What is up, you guys? And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why you can't seem to grow your business. Let's dive in. Hey, well, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the show. If you're listening to this on the podcast and you have been binging this and you have not left a review, make sure to do that, please. That would help me out so much. If you've been watching our stuff on YouTube and it's been beneficial to you, it's been helpful, make sure to subscribe. And today I want to talk to you about why you can't seem to grow your business. And there's 1,000 different reasons why you might not be able to grow your business. It might be strategy. It might be execution of the strategy. It might be mindset. But for most people that are watching this, for most people that are in that $0 to $10,000 range where you're trying to break past $10,000, you're trying to really get established, one of the main reasons that you cannot grow is because you are afraid to take a risk. That's it. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap this. No, I'm just kidding. That's it, though. That's why you can't seem to grow, is because you are afraid to invest money. You're afraid to try something new. You're afraid to stick your neck out there. You're afraid to get in front of the camera. There are fears that are keeping you playing small. If you never learn to overcome these fears, you're going to look up in a year and 2 years and 3 years and watch these people that were small that have now grown, and you're going to be in the same place because it wasn't strategy that held you back. It was fear that held you back. I've said this before 100 times, but one of the most profound statements that anybody ever told me, he's kind of a spiritual mentor of mine. His name's Bill Leckie. And I was talking to him about all the dreams and hopes and ambitions that I had. He told me something really profound, and he said that most people would rather hold on to a fantasy that can't fail than trade it in for a reality that could fail. And that's where I found myself for years. That's where you probably find yourself today if you're a beginner, if you're just starting out, if you don't know everything yet. That's okay, but what's important is that you push yourself and you try and you push through your fear. Listen, anybody that ever did anything great, anybody that ever built anything, they were afraid along the journey. You know, there were moments where there was uncertainty. They didn't know exactly what to do. The only way that you're ever going to get over this hump is if you take massive action. So this is one of the things that it's just terrifying, and there's no way to get around it. Listen, if you're listening to this right now and you're like, man, I know that I'm a good woodworker, or I know I'm a good handmade business owner. I know that I have the skills. I know that I have a really great product, but you're not selling anything. Well, it's like, okay, well, the next thing that you need is you need a marketing strategy. You need a branding strategy. Well, if you don't know how to do that, either you need to go acquire those skills or you need to partner with somebody that does. And it's going to take money, and it's going to take energy, and it's going to take you challenging yourself to learn those things. So you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and you have to be willing to part with some money to get some time back. Okay, that's a trade that I'll make all day long because time is finite. There's a plethora of money to be had. There's always more money to be made. There's always more products that you can make. There's always more ways that you can market it. There's always more money to be made. But time is one of those things that you don't get back, my friend. Once you're through your 20s, you're through your 20s. Once you're through your 30s, you're through them. And time continues to march on regardless of us. Okay, so I'm trying to condense my timeline to success by trading money and energy to get time back. So I'm trying to learn things that I don't know now that will allow me to get where I want to go faster. Okay, so if you are currently in that $0 to $10,000 a month mark and you can't seem to get past it, it's not as much of a strategy issue as it is a mindset issue. When I say mindset, a lot of it has to do with your fear of failure, with your fear of taking a risk, with your fear of trying to do something. And so real quick, I'm going to throw a couple people under the bus. We have a couple programs. We have the Woodworking Business Accelerator program, which is for those that are currently doing like 5 to 10,000, trying to get to 20 or 30,000 a month. Then we have our Handmade Hero Academy program, which is those of you that are beginners that are trying to get to 10,000 a month. Okay. One of the things that we do is we schedule discovery calls, and I get on the phone with people that are trying to grow their business to see if they're a good fit for either one of those programs. If we can help them take the next step. Well, we have people that will get on the phone, that will schedule a call, and that I'll talk to about the Handmade Hero Academy program. It's super inexpensive when you look at what you're getting. I'm getting a skill set that literally will allow me to produce $10,000 or $15,000 a month inside my business, and it's like $500 right now, guys. It's one payment of $500 or 6 payments of $97, okay? If you could learn something that costs $600, that within a week or two of implementing it, you would get your money back, and then you would make more and more and more money. And there's a guarantee on it that says if this doesn't work, if you get nothing from it, I'll give you your money back. And you have to think about it. It's not a strategy problem. You have the strategy. It's a mindset problem. It's a fear problem. It's a fear of relinquishing what little I have. What little I have, I'm trying to protect. I'm going into protection mode to protect this $500 that I have in exchange for what could be tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in business growth for $500. It's absolutely silly. When I get on the phone with some people, this is where we end up. And it's like, listen, these are the strategies that I used personally to grow to $10,000 plus, and I'm giving them to you. If it doesn't work, I give you your money back. Well, I don't know. I got to think about it. I don't know. I don't make any rash decisions. I get not making rash decisions, but do you want to grow your business or do you not? And if you don't do this, then what are you going to do? How are you going to grow your business? Or are you just going to stay stuck in the same place that you've stayed stuck in? You'll have to excuse me for venting a little bit, but this is such a challenge for so many people. And you're constantly having to step through fear, no matter what level you're at. So if you're at 10 and you're trying to get to 20, there are challenges from 10,000 to 20,000 a month that are very scary, and you've got to figure out how to get through those. There's challenges from 20 to 30 and 30 to 50 and 50 to 100. There's challenges, and so you have to be willing to, number one, put in the work, but number two is fight through the fear of what could go wrong. Now, there's something to be said for having wisdom and not making stupid decisions, right? But if it makes sense to invest in a skill set, invest in knowledge to condense your timeline to success, then why would you not do that? That's one thing I just want to encourage you with today. And so in this podcast, if you're listening and you're on the fringe of trying to grow your business and you don't know what to do, well, somebody knows what to do. Somebody knows how to do what you need done, okay? So whether that's me, whether that's the Woodworking Business Accelerator Program or the Handmade Hero Academy, or if that's somebody else and something else, I just want to encourage you to get past your fear of maybe losing a little bit of money in exchange for a whole lot of knowledge. And let's say, for example, that you joined a program. Let's say that you joined a coaching program and they promised 3 things, but you only got one thing out of that. Maybe the other 2 didn't work even. But that one thing was incredibly valuable. It's still worth it. I have been a part of programs that didn't do exactly as they promised, but it was still incredibly valuable because I got 1 or 2 really key important things. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. If you have been on the fringe about moving forward with the Woodworking Business Accelerator Program or the Handmade Hero Academy, I want to encourage you, get off the fringe and take a step, my friend, because that small investment can open up a brand new life for you. I have clients inside of those programs right now that their lives look completely different today than they did just months ago because they took a step and they got past their fear. So with that being said, love you guys. I hope to see you in the next video.